You rarely get the perfect ending. This finale might put that theory to the test. A lineup stacked with bowling heavyweights, the names every fan wants to see up on the marquee.
A strike wins it.
Got to have
All three of this year's major champions.
Belmo raising the hardware. Masters champion.
All three rolling in a different echelon.
Simonson does it again. Belmo is back.
Then you got a pair of underdogs looking to capture their own major moment.
Step aside now, because it's this man's show.
The stars.
There's another one.
The storylines.
He's in cyborg mode now.
The prize.
6 straight and celebrate.
This is the World Series of Bowling's main event. The closing number.
You better believe it.
The last act.
Back on the strike train.
The PBA World Championship starts now on Fox.
Today here on Fox, we wrap up the 14th guaranteed rate PBA World Series of Bowling. From Bowlero Wauwatosa outside Milwaukee, it's the 4th major of the 2023 season. The World Championship presented by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Stepladder bowling today. We start with an all-international matchup. Finland's Santtu Tahvanainen takes on Australian superstar Jason Belmonte. The winner of the battle, Jakob Butturff, who has a major in his career. Anthony Simonson, 5-time major champ, is the number 2 seed. And sitting atop the stepladder, Player of the Year frontrunner EJ Tackett with his 4 titles. Odds provided by Fox Bet for entertainment purposes only. EJ Tackett, the top seed, is the favorite. Welcome, bowling fans, to Wauwatosa here on Fox. What a way to wrap up the 14th PBA World Series of Bowling. Dave right alongside a very popular guy here. It's suburban Milwaukee Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. What a field of 5 we've got here. Amazing superstars, and the big 3 really highlight things today, RP.
Yeah, and the big 3, Belmonte, Tackett, Simonson, and man, they surely did not disappoint at this year's WSOB. Take a look at these stats. 31 titles, 15 majors for Belmo, 20-3 for Tackett, and 12-5 majors for Simonson. He's only 26 years old. Let's start with Jason Belmonte. After 72 grueling games at this event, Belmonte got the last qualifying spot in the World Championships. He qualified 12th. He went 11-1 in match play and averaged over 250 to claim the 4th seed and keep his Player of the Year hopes alive.
Speaking of Player of the Year, EJ Tackett has been spectacular. Has a win already at this World Series of Bowling. Wants to make it 2 in a major.
Yeah, he's really cleaning up and making a ton of money at the World Series of Bowling. But Tackett, the hottest player on tour, he won the Cheetah Championship earlier this week, becoming the 2nd youngest player to 20 wins, just behind Pete Weber. Anthony Simonson, yeah, red hot as well. Simonson looking for his 2nd major win of the season, has not finished out of the top 10 all year. You heard me say it. Not finished out of the top 10 all season long. And he, too, looking to keep his name in the Player of the Year race.
What a season for Simo. Odds, again, provided by Fox Bet for entertainment purposes only for the first match. Jason Belmonte is the favorite. He's joined now by Kimberly Pressler.
So, Jason, at the start of match play, you were 430 pins out from 4th place where you're standing here today. Everybody thought it was all impossible for you to make it here. At what point did it become a reality for you that you're like, I'm going to make this show?
Probably after I threw the very last shot. I mean, I walked into the building knowing that I could do it. But when you look at the scoreboard and you're like, holy crap, you're about to do it. The nerves kind of jumped a little bit more. I was actually bowling against Nathan Ball, who had a very similar day to mine. So if either of us made the show, it would have been an epic run.
Well, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Match number 1, Kimberly. Belmo, Santtu, head-to-head. Santtu Tahvanainen, the reigning PBA Rookie of the Year. He's had a busy World Series of Bowling. His 3rd show, but first time ever on TV in a major. How will the youngster respond? No help on the 10-pin.
Messenger in front of the 10, so disrespectful. Santtu looking to etch his name in Finnish bowling history behind Mika Koivuniemi and Osku Palermo. Remember, Osku won his first major at the World Series of Bowling. And Mika Koivuniemi, nicknamed Major Mika.
Major Mika. This guy knows a thing or two about majors, RP. 15 major championships, an all-time PBA Tour record for Belmo. We began this World Series of Bowling with the world team beating USA. He was the captain. Beat him 12-2, convincing victory. Wants to wrap up the series. There's a reigning 10-pin with another major here today.
And Jason Belmonte going with urethane early. It's the pitch black on both lanes. And take a look at Belmonte profile. But yeah, what a run once he got into match play. 11-1 match play record. Remember, 30 bonus pins for winning a match, so huge for Belmonte to make his way into the televised finals today.
10-pin, single pin spare conversion there for Belmo. Let's take a look at today's Brunswick oil pattern. Ready, the Earl Anthony 43-footer.
Yeah, and a lot of players used urethane and stayed as far right as they could. Belmonte used urethane for all 12 games of match play, as did Simonson. And you can see the red line. That's where Jakob Butturff will be playing.
Left leg for Belmo. That looked good. Crunches the 1-3 pocket.
Just right, a second arrow right there, the 9 board. Talked to him earlier this morning. He said, yeah, I'm going to stay there as long as I can with the urethane ball, and if the lanes transition enough, he'll move in with reactive resin.
Santtu, well, it crosses over. Brooklyn strike. Next up, Prospect Park.
And Santtu going with primal shock on both lanes, but big miss left, and this one crosses over. Huge break carrying the Brooklyn. Or Prospect Park, I don't even know.
It's part of Brooklyn. That's where my parents are from.
And again, there's his arsenal, and going with primal shock.
Santtu. All right. Hands up, everybody. Almost back-to-back Brooklyn strikes leave the 5-pin. The tradition is put the hand up. And if the bowler doesn't make it, he's got to buy for everyone who has the hand up. Got to buy a round.
Oh, boy.
But in all seriousness, got to be concerned. Back-to-back crossovers. Has the 5, so he's off the hook. This young man is just delightful, so fun to talk to, as relaxed as you can imagine in such a pressure-packed situation. You saw Belmo's arsenal. Right lane, right at it.
Full rack attack for Belmonte on that right lane to double up early as he gets into the squish zone. Just about every sport these days is all about power and speed, isn't it, Dave?
And Belmo's got that. Get to the pocket. Re-rack taken here. First to 2 allowed in each match. You like that early re-rack, RP?
Well, if Jason Belmonte likes it, I like it.
You like it? Good point. Look at the numbers. 72 games, 60, only 3 different patterns here at the World Series, and then the 12 games of round-robin match play with bonus spins Randy talked about. Left lane off the re-rack. Wow, looks good. Oh, baby. Right at it. Tattoos the 1-3 pocket.
Just a hair right of where he was the last time on that left lane, and it's perfect. And that tells the player, well, if I miss my target a little bit to the right and it hooks back, I know I've got some mistake room right. And with the urethane ball, he knows he has a little miss left.
Numbers for Santtu. Works on a spare. Belmonte with turkey. Great shot. Tahvanainen took in his first ever Major League Baseball game here in Milwaukee at the World Series. He saw the Brewers, and he wasn't sure what team. He said, is it the Green Sox? Is it the Blue Sox? He said, no, it's the Red Sox.
Yeah. yeah, but you know what? He didn't even get a stadium dog.
Yeah, that's you gotta have a hot dog, in my mind.
He was in the high rent district. They were having steak, caviar, and some kind of shrimp cocktail.
Steak at a baseball game? 2 shows out of 3 on the patterns. 4-pin.
Check out those numbers right there compared to when he was going Brooklyn the last couple of shots. And he actually gets that one farther right down lane, and it overhooks.
Santtu said to us pre-match, after the first show, it got better. More relaxed, more focused after the second single show here at the World Series of Bowling. He felt like this would be his best effort yet, and that he's not going to be intimidated facing this guy, Jason Belmonte.
And he's giving Kyle Troop a run for his money when it comes to the hair. I mean, his hair is flowing.
First team all hair for sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Belmo hoping to win his 4th World Championship, and with shots like that, he might just do it. Cross the deck for the 10-pin.
Beautiful messenger coming across, taking care of the 10, doing its job. Watch this, should be the head pin. Let's take a look. Yep, head pin across, takes the 10-pin out, sends the 10-pin to concussion protocol.
4-bagger, just like that. Santtu's been clean, but just 2 strikes. 30-pin lead, 6th frame to go by 40. Belmo looks relaxed. That's why. He's in his own.
Ooh, just filthy.
5-bagger rain, a big lead underway here from outside Milwaukee.
Santtu looking to get back in this. He better start striking in a hurry. Belmonte with 5 in a row and a 40-pin lead halfway through match number 1.
Welcome back to the 2023 PBA World Championship from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. This match features a talented player many of the tour just call Santtu, not because they're all his best buddies, but because they simply can't pronounce his last name. It's Pressing Questions with Kimberly Pressler, presented by Go Bowling.
How do you pronounce Santtu's last name?
Starts with a T. I know that.
Very good start.
Tahvanainen, yeah, Tahvanainen, I think.
Tahvanainen? Yeah, that's about the best I got.
Tahvanainen.
Not even close.
No? All right.
One more time.
Uncultured American here, coming at you hot. You're welcome. Not trying again.
I would have assumed it's just Tahvanainen. That's right. I said it right.
I'm not even going to give it a shot. Got no guesses.
I got a cheat sheet here for you.
Well, that is how you spell his name. I'm not even going to try. I've asked him too. I'm not even going to try. I can't.
I think I'm just going to call him like T9 because I know T and then there's 9 letters after it. Just T9.
Tahvanainen. That's it for sure.
Stu, how do you pronounce Santtu's last name?
Koivunieemi.
Santtu, how do you pronounce your last name?
Tahvanainen. So it's easy if you split it in half like Tahvanainen.
Kyle, how do you pronounce Santtu's last name?
Tahvanainen.
That was really good.
I may have heard him say his name whenever I was walking by.
That's cheating.
He's got some sweet hair too. I'm definitely like probably the second best hair in bowling now. I'm telling you, if he grows a beard,
Santtu, the Lion, Tahvanainen.
See, and now we're creating nicknames. It's perfect.
Good stuff.
Great stuff, KP. Thanks for that. And he has some amazing hair.
You know,
no question.
When we were interviewing him, how many times did we ask him how to pronounce his last name? And it kind of reminded me of a movie, Step Brothers, where he would say his name and then we would say it back, sounding exactly like what he just said. And he was like, no, and he kept, it's like, I'm sorry, did you say Pan? Is it Pan? No, it's Pam. I'm like, I mean, you're pretty good at the Scandinavian names after all the years of hockey.
Definitely helped.
And
a lot of NHL.
Like, I had no chance. I mean, so I just call him Santtu.
Any Will Ferrell reference is good with me.
I'm sorry, is it Pan?
Tahvanainen. Needs it here.
Hated it.
Didn't like it for good reason. Baby split. 3-10. And the troubles continue here against Belmonte.
Remember, he got one shot to about 4.5 down lane. That was a good 5 boards left. The shot making not at an extreme high level right now for Santtu.
3-10 takes care of business. That's a nice cover. Spare the Game, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Want to get moving fast with same-day mortgage? You can go from application to approval in as little as 1 business day. Time to get your dream home crazy fast. Learn more at rate.com. Nice shot from Santtu.
Well, it's pretty lucky. I mean, typically try to cover both pins with the bowling ball when you shoot at a baby split.
6-pack alert here. Belmo! A strike there would have had $1,000. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Right here. Please remember to drink responsibly. Ringing 10 pin instead.
How about 10 pins, the most common lead for 4 of the 5 players on today's telecast. Tackett, how about 79 for 70, 100% conversion rate on the 10 pin. Belmonte at 97%. And make it 71 out of 73 now for Belmonte on the 10 pin.
That's some amazing spare shooting.
In this event, in my opinion, maybe the most grueling event over the last decade. 72 games to get to this point, the finale.
TV record, fabulous. 31 titles, 15 majors, and all-time tour record. Help on the 7, goes down late. Norm Duke, Walter Williams Jr., and Belmo have each won 3 World Championships, second most to Earl Anthony's 6 Worlds in their incredible careers. Frame. Tahvanainen down 39. Works on a spare. Time is now. Gotta have a strike. Delivers back to Kimberly.
Well, guys, it's been a big week for Santtu. He made 3 shows, including his first major championship today, and his friends and family back in Finland have been following all week long at all hours of the night, including one of his biggest fans, his 70-year-old grandfather, Kuwasti, who Santtu credits his love of bowling. His grandfather owned a center, so growing up, Santtu used to go there and bowl while his mom, Katya, worked her shifts. Santtu told us that his grandfather is who took him to most of the tournaments and encouraged him to do what he loves and to follow his dream of becoming a professional bowler.
Isn't that cool, Kimberly? Little guy going to the bowling center, and mom was working there. Grandpa owned it in Finland. Been around the game a long time. Good hockey player, too, growing up, he told us. Hockey is the #1 sport in that country. This guy's #1 in the world. With all those majors, Belmo locked in right lane. Those pins had no chance whatsoever. 60 feet to success for Belmonte.
Yeah, and that pretty much sealed the deal here in game 1. Take a look at how the two players are attacking the Earl Anthony 43-foot oil pattern. Santtu, the red ball, Jason Belmonte, the blue ball. A little bit faster ball speed. He's going straighter, and he's using urethane versus the reactive resin thrown by Santtu.
8 pins for the win. 4-7-10 split, just 7 there. Just 1 needed. And that will shut out Santtu and wrap up match number 1.
That shot checked early, not what you want to see heading into the next match. Belmonte will have to make an adjustment left.
Got 2, 4-7 pin down, has the win.
He doesn't get an extra shot now to kind of test the waters. And not something that Belmonte was expecting. Obviously, that ball hooked early and went through the nose. He does win, however, but the next shot on that left lane is going to be an educated guess for Belmonte.
1 in the 10.
Belmo's last World Championship came in Vegas at South Point over Simonsen, who's on this show as well. 213-190 back in 2020. Wrap up the World Series of Bowling 14 here today in Wauwatosa. 64th edition of the PBA World Championship. And a couple different names, but this is 2002.
Our only southpaw coming up next for Jason Belmonte. But Santtu, he's had a heck of a World Series 14, hasn't he? Not to mention the fact that he's done it in front of these great fans here in Milwaukee. I'll tell you what, if he makes it out to another Brewers game, we better go with him and stuff him full of stadium dogs.
I think so. Belmo, Butturff, Simonsen, the 2 seed, and on top, EJ Tackett, trying for his 2nd major of the year. Already a 4-time titleist on the PBA Tour in 2023. Butturff, Belmo, lefty against the spectacular two-handed righty. Ren, it's going to be a tremendous match to watch. Head-to-head. It's next on Fox. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Want to move fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as fast as 1 day to get you closing on the home of your dreams in just 10 days. Learn more at rate.com. And by Bowlero, the #1 place to bowl, party, and play with over 325 locations nationwide. Head to Bowlero.com today to find a center near you. The Milwaukee Art Museum, located on the lakefront of Lake Michigan, one of the largest art museums in the U.S. Nearly 25,000 works of art. Beautiful structure, not far from where we are in Wauwatosa. Let's recap 2019 World Championship, Randy. Big win for Jason Belmonte in Allen Park at Thunder Bowl. #1 seed, got by Butturff. 235-227 for another major. He now has 15 of those. An all-time PBA Tour record. Jason Belmonte, fantastic in match 1 again.
Yeah, it's not all that dissimilar than when he won the Tournament of Champions earlier in the year. Remember, he had to climb the ladder from 6th position. He did just that.
So we certainly want to pay tribute to Tom Strobel, who passed away just this past week at the age of 81, proprietor in Allen Park, Michigan, outside Detroit of Thunder Bowl. I know a dear friend of yours.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's keep in mind that the World Series of Bowling started in Detroit at Thunder Bowl, and it was all because of that man right there, Tom Strobel. It's heartbreaking. I just had dinner with him and his wife and Commissioner Tom Clark and his son just a couple of weeks ago, and hear the news a few days ago was devastating to the people that knew him, to the industry, and Tom Strobel was just one of those guys. He was one of the greats in our industry.
Yeah, he meant so much to the game. Survived by wife Kathy and 3 daughters as well. Tom will certainly be missed, Randy.
Yeah.
No question about that. More great bowling is coming up from here outside Milwaukee. There's Jakob Butturff, a winner already at the World Series of Bowling, looking for his second title of the week. He goes head-to-head with a 4-seed Jason Belmonte. Great bowling on the way here on Fox. Packed house again here. Bowlero Wauwatosa outside Milwaukee. Guaranteed rate PBA World Series of Bowling 14 wraps up today here on Fox. What a matchup. Butturff, Belmo. We just saw a rematch of the 2019 PBA World Championship final, won by Belmo 236-227. In the house that Tom built, Allen Park. Four-pin win, Belmo, match one. Fourth all-time TV match between these two underway. 10-pin for Belmonte.
So again, that adjustment we talked about before we went to break happened for Belmonte. First ball here in match number 2. It's a one-board move left with his feet and target.
Last head-to-head, 2022 PBA Players Championship, West Regional in Euless, Texas. A 257-194 win for Belmo. Here is Butturff. First win in 4 years. Came here at the World Series. 6-pin stands for Jakob.
What a match with Jakob Butturff and EJ Tackett in the Scorpion Championship just a few nights ago. Jakob was in control, split for Tackett in the 9th. And Butturff, second ball in the 10th, he leaves a bucket. So now all of a sudden Tackett's got new life and needed a double in 9 to win. Let's take a look. This was from Tuesday night.
225-217. Butturff, the #1 seed, knocked off EJ, going for a second win in 2 nights here at the World Series of Bowling. Needed that 10-pin in the 10th, on the bench. Emotional win for Butturff. First win on tour since 2019, 8th of his career, Randy. That was something else.
Well, yeah, I mean, it'd been a while for him, and you could see the emotions come out after that victory. It was nice to see. And Jakob pretty much letting everyone know what that victory meant to him.
Dedicated that to his late mom, Bridget, his biggest fan. 6-pin, got that for the mark.
And Butturff as well with urethane, Belmonte urethane. Jakob going with his old stand by the purple hammer. And now Belmonte defeated Butturff in match play 258-202, one of his 11 wins in 12 games.
Wow. Right lane for Belmo. Bringing 10-pin. Going right at that 1-3 pocket. Look at the numbers. The entire event. Stays near perfect. Coming up next, the NASCAR Cup Series returns to Fox as the series heads to Talladega, where high speeds and pack racing always makes you hold your breath. The pre-race kicks things off with engines firing for the Geico 500 at 3 Eastern. Right here on Fox.
Dave, you know what that is? That's a little bit of shake and some bake.
Oh, Will Ferrell references. Talladega Nights. Belmo looks good left lane.
After back-to-back 10 pins for Belmonte, he's back on the strike train here in the third. That oil riding that sandblasted urethane bowling ball. Good shot from our crew.
Butturff tries to respond and does so on the right lane. Finds the 1-2 pocket. He told us pre-show today, getting that win on the Scorpion, finally breaking through with a tour victory. As we check out his arsenal, was just enormous for his confidence. Looks for the double. Got it. 10-pin lead.
After the 2-6 pins for Butturff, he goes and makes an adjustment. One board to the right with his feet, one board to the right with his target. One's flush and one just obliterates the rack. Check out this pin action. Oh my goodness. 4-6 goes late. Yeah, that'll give you a ooh.
Belmonte tries to respond. Does just that. How about it, Randy?
7-pin gets slapped in the back of the head, knocks it forward to remain even through 4, and a wry smile from Belmonte. Watch this. It's good stuff.
Airborne pin. Belmonte had to look back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Welcome to the Beer Frame, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ask for the original and please drink responsibly. Respectable for Belmo. The first 3 pattern events here after being the captain. USA versus the world to open up the World Series, a convincing world win. Looks for the turkey. That was high out of his hand and a really tough 4-10 split.
That was a terrible one.
Yeah, almost 2 boards left. Down lane and a board and a half at the arrows. Take a look at how to convert this. He's going to try to get the ball over here to the left side of the 4-pin and cut it into the 10.
Can't convert 10-pin stands. Twice faced that. And unable to cover the split. Very difficult. All of a sudden, wasn't even matched. Now down 14 pins. Here comes Butturff. The confidence got to be brimming here. Chance for the turkey. Saw the numbers for Butturff. Go up by 24 with a strike here. Can't do it. Almost the bucket leave. 3-5. Still up.
Yeah, both pins got nudged, but fortunate that it's not the bucket. But again, this 3-5 is choppable. You have to pay it some respect.
First time he's faced that all week, Randy.
Yeah, good cover.
Stay aggressive, dude. Come on.
4th seed for the Cheetah Championship this year, won by Tackett. Top seeds we talked about Tuesday in the Scorpion. It makes the show here. Championship.
Every shot makes someone happy, and that one made Belmonte happy because Butturff could have taken huge advantage of the opening.
But he didn't. Left lane. All right.
Jakob Butturff, 12-pin lead halfway through match number 2. But one thing we've learned over the years, don't ever count Belmonte out.
The on-lane graphics you see today, including the ball tracer, courtesy of Clutch Bowling, looking spectacular as always.
Love me some Clutch. You're pretty clutch behind the mic, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that. USO's partner. It was awesome to be by your side, my friend. 20 years now we've been doing this together.
20 years? That long?
Yeah. Out of the break, here's Belmonte. Open, 6th frame, big shot, big strike.
A little more belly. Hey, guys, earlier this month on April 7th, the president of Storm Bowling Products, Dave Sims, retired after 27 years at the helm. He will always be remembered for his contributions to the industry and the sport, as well as his compassion for the players all over the world. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for everything. Get the boat ready, my friend.
Well said, Randy. Well said. All right, Belmo. Looks much better in the 6th. This to cut it to 2 in the 7th. Max scores. Could have a great finish.
Do the right thing.
Great shot.
Well, you heard him say it, do the right thing after he let go, but it looks like he's opening up the pattern just a little bit. He's got that breakdown in the front part of the lane. He's been moving left with his feet, and now it looks like he's opening the lane up just a hair.
Back to the lefty from Tempe, Arizona. Butturff, go back up by 12. No!
You gotta be kidding me.
6-8 split. Big challenge for the lefty.
Well, he got it just a little bit to the left, and it overhooks on that shot for Butturff. And he's going to try to get the ball over here to the right side of the 6 and drive it into the 8-pin.
Eight stands, open frame. And just like that, down 10 pins, and Belmonte's going to step up in the 8th. Working on a double. Wow.
And I mean, that's Jason Belmonte, right? After the open, he comes back with a double, and Butturff not able to capitalize on the strike he was working on.
Much better left lane, but a shocking turn of events this late in the match. A year ago in this building, Chris Prather won the World Series of Bowling 13 World Championship in a thriller over Jason Sterner, a roll-off here at Wauwatosa. We're going to have an exciting finish here in our second match. 8th frame, Belmo looks for the turkey and a 20-pin lead.
See the max scores 245, 225.
Another big shot. Oh! Swinging 10-pin. Good execution, but no break.
By the numbers, good shot for Belmonte on that right lane.
Pin.
Why didn't it strike? If the numbers are saying it's a good shot, why didn't it strike?
It wasn't a good break.
Why didn't it strike?
Well, it was a perfect shot into the puck.
Yeah, location, speed, everything else looks really good. So maybe the rack? He's taking another re-rack right now.
It's very common for Belmonte to use 2 re-racks in a match.
You have, like, proof of that? You have stats?
I would say if it's tight, more often than not, he'll use both re-racks.
Okay.
I do not have the stats current. You're pressing me. A lot of questions here.
All right, big shot, set up the 10th frame, but no matter what, he cannot shut out Jakob Butturff now.
He liked it. Trip 10-pin. That's why. Another big strike, foundation frame for Belmonte.
Another really good executed shot by Belmonte.
Family and friends back home in Australia are watching. It's 2 a.m. tomorrow down under. Butturff, an answer. From Bowlero, Jupiter, Florida, later this season, Saturday, May 20th on FS1, 21st, 2 Eastern here on Fox. PBA Super Slam presented by Bowlero. Tackett, Belmo, Simo. Butturff is in.
Butturff is in because the other 3 players, Belmonte, Simonson, Tackett, have already won majors. So it was between Butturff and Santtu. The higher finisher got in from this tournament.
From this show.
And Santtu eliminated game 1, so that leaves you with Butturff. And then the 5th and final spot goes to the winner of the Players' Championship. Right now, Butturff in trouble. We are all even, but Belmonte working on a strike in the 9th.
Max scores firmly in favor of the two-hander from down under. Has the most World Series of Bowling wins in this event's history. Year 14, Belmont's got 8.
Oh, that's big. All right, so if Belmonte goes spare strike, we have a tie. Belmonte first strike in the 10th frame. He will move on to take on Anthony Simonson. Remember last time on this right lane, he left that ugly 10-pin. Otherwise, he would have had 4 in a row, and this match would have been over. First ball strike for Belmonte to win.
Belmo for the win. Gets it!
Get out of here.
There's the trademark boom. It wasn't easy.
Get out of here.
Just a board left at the target with a little bit of heat, and he swishes the rack for the win.
Need 6. Go get 10 and move on. This looks familiar. Knocks off Butturff. Simonson is next, which means the current kings of bowling, these trifecta of talent, Belmo, Tackett, Simonson, are still alive on the show. Tahvanainen and Butturff fall by the wayside for now. And Jason Belmonte's quest for a 16th major continues here. Belmo moves on, Randy. A good battle with Butturff, but in the end, Jason is too much. Has taken down Tahvanainen, and now Butturff, Simonson. Another sensational two-hander awaits Belmonte next here on Fox. What a match on the way between 2 superstars. Back here in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, outside Milwaukee. Match number 3 is on the way. Registration for the inaugural 2023 PBA LBC National Championships now open to all bowlers of all skill levels from all centers. This summer here in Milwaukee, you can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today at PBA.com.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's awesome. It's going to be a great event every Saturday and Sunday from June 3rd to the 16th. 6 different divisions. How about this? a chance to win an additional $100,000 and bowl on television.
It's right here, Bowlero Wauwatosa. Lots of spots available. Be sure to sign up today, Randy, and earn a spot. National TV finals for several categories will be up in Portland, Maine in September.
Yeah, you can even bowl doubles and teams with your favorite pros. Gonna be a great event. I can't wait, man.
Gonna be a great match here. Belmonte, Simonson, two huge superstars of the PBA Tour. Belmo a 2:23-204 win over Butturff. After dispatching him, Santtu, Tahvanainen, 2:34-230 in match one.
If it doesn't look right, I'll just stick that out.
Final warm-up shots. Tour rep Sean Ryan advice for Simonson.
Right. All the best.
Belmo's won this event 2017, 2019, and 2020.
And then there were three, the three kings of bowling.
Here we are.
Kind of reminds me of back in the day, the Holman, Roth, Anthony era. In tennis, it would be like McEnroe, Connors, Borg.
Good start. Belmonte left lane.
Boxing, Sugar Ray, Thomas Hearns, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. These guys, especially Simonson and Tackett, just complete domination here in 2023.
6 titles between them. Belmo has the major. So 2 majors, if he's able to win today and climb the ladder successfully, puts him in discussion for Player of the Year. Simonson, that looks good. Trick 10 pin.
Yeah, Simonson going with urethane as well. Look how straight that line is from the 8th board to the 7.5 board. Take a look at his Masters win, as he was the #1 seed, the only player to go undefeated at this year's Masters in Allen Park, Michigan. Thunderbolt. It was Thunder Simonson.
Raising the trophy again, youngest ever to win 5 majors. Only 26 years old. We check out his arsenal.
What do you think he's using there, Dave? Take a guess.
Pitch black.
Oh my goodness, you're getting so good at this.
Left blade, Samo. All right. 3-time USBC Masters champ. Including back-to-back years.
Simonson going a little bit straighter up the lane with more ball speed than Jason Belmonte. You're talking about the master manipulator of a bowling ball. Anthony Simonson can do it all. He even won an event throwing a backup ball.
Oh, incredible. Back to Belmo. High. And a lot to work with here with the 4-6-7 split. Started this match with a strike for the first time today. It was 9 spare, 9 spare against Tahvanainen and Butturff.
Well, it looks to me like Belmonte tried to move right and trap it a lot like what Simonson's doing. That ball hooked early and went right through the nose. He paid for it.
Try this again.
Some kind of noise caught him.
Six stands, open frame.
Yeah, and I'm just not sure that you can give that to Simonson in any point of this match. I don't think Simonson's going to miss the pocket. All depends on his pin carry in terms of how many strikes he'll throw, but an open frame, even though it's early, may be the difference in this match.
Tied with Walter Ray Williams Jr., the legend, who has the most ever tour title wins. 7-time Chris Schenkel Player of the Year. Big shot here, looks for help across the deck, gets it. The messenger makes contact with a 10 pin.
Right up where the other ones were.
Head pin, sidewall, 10 pin, go to your home.
Very busy World Series of Bowling for Simonson. Third frame, go up by 32, looked high. Oh, we've seen this before. 4-6-7 split, just saw it with Belmonte a moment ago.
On that same lane, just when I said I didn't think Simonson would miss the pocket, he goes through the nose and pays for it.
Tries to cover. Can't. Same open frame. And the match takes a big shift.
It sure does, and both players experiencing early friction on that right lane. And the curse of Bo lives vicariously through me. Sorry, Mr. Burton.
Third show, plus USA versus the world last weekend. The convincing world win.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Okay. Just fine in the end for Anthony.
There's that half-board belly again on that left lane. That's about as straight as it gets. Talking about a half an inch to the right of his laydown.
Belmo for a lead. Responds. Big strike.
Completely different shot there for Jason Belmonte as he moves in, slows his ball speed down. A good 3 boards left with his feet, 2 with his target. A little slower ball speed, and he shapes it on the right lane. He thought it was going to go high, and it just laid there. So he's going to go back to shaping it instead of trying to trap the 1-3 pocket by going straighter.
Takes a re-rack. Most ever majors, 15. An incredible record. Fifth frame for a turkey, 13-pin lead. Got it!
And look at the difference. Remember we talked about Simonson at the arrows and the break point only being a half-inch different? Well, there's 5.5 different. Beautiful. In between second and third arrow. Now the question is, how long does he stay in the urethane bowling ball?
Simonson.
Simonson already out of the urethane bowling ball. Just went to reactive resin right there.
And it worked out. Strike in the fifth cuts it to a 3-pin match.
I'm guessing Belmonte might do the same if he doesn't continue to strike with the urethane ball. Simonson switches to a phase 2. And obviously a great adjustment.
For the lead. Green 10-pin, good shot.
Stays with the urethane on the left lane. And again, those numbers look identical, only to leave the 10-pin.
Just 4 misses the entire tournament. 72 games of action heading into this World Championship show. Conclusion of our third match on the way here on Fox. Belmonte, Simonson, who survives? Stay with us to find out. Let's flash back 10 years, 2012, 2013 PBA World Championship, South Point Resort and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas. Parker Bowman III knocked off Belmo. 254, 227 for his second major, 33rd career PBA title. 35 career titles and all for the Hall of Famer. Leslie and the kids, well, they're all grown up now, and they're great bowlers.
Yeah, they are. They really are. I mean, what a great career for PB3, but he's even a greater person. Beat this man right here.
And Belmo is back 10 years later. Trying to knock off Anthony Simonsen. Looks for the four-bagger here out of the break, 6th frame for a 14-pin lead. Just the 10.
Well, inside of his last shot on that right lane. So it's a miss left, doesn't grab enough friction, but I think it's because of the shot before this one on that right lane, he got it farther right. It looked like it was going to go high. That may have startled him. So he was trying to stay away from that zone. Look out. All right.
Got it. Belmo 10-5 in his career, head-to-head against Simonson on TV.
Yeah, they've gone at it a bit, huh?
255, 244, match 3 of this year's USA versus the World here in Wauwatosa. And then 219, 200, match 3 of the TOC outside Akron, won of course by Belmo, his 15th career major. Beat Tackett in the finals. Who's next? EJ Tackett. Top seed again. Belmonte looking for help. Runs out of gas, doesn't get to the 10.
Belmonte, the only player on today's telecast to have compete in every World Series of Bowling event. Again, another 10-pin, a soft 10. Does he stay in the urethane ball? Does he go to reactive resin? Slight lead. Only 2 if he converts.
Spare shooting critical. Got it again. 77 and 79 now. Updated stat, 10-pin for Belmo.
Both players on the left lane using urethane. You can see Simon's much straighter and much faster. Belmonte trying to shape the urethane ball a bit more.
Simonson, 7th frame. Looked really good out of his hand. For good reason. Crunches the 1-3 pocket. All 10 back for Simo.
Staying with the urethane ball in the left lane. This is reactive resin, and Anthony's really good at throwing it hard, taking a little bit off of it, and keeping it on line.
Great record in majors. 5 major wins already for this young man, only 26 years old. For the lead in the 8th. No help on the 9-pin.
A little bit too much up the lane on that shot for Simonson. He goes to the reactive ball on the right lane because he knew he had to move left to get out of that early hook in the front part of the lane, and he was more confident going to the reactive resin ball knowing that it would hook once he moved left.
Stays perfect on the 9-pin, single pin spare conversion. The 2023 USFL season continues tonight. Michigan Panthers take on the Philadelphia Stars, 7 Eastern on FS1 on the Fox Sports app. Football is back. I'll take it year-round, Randy. I'll take it year-round.
Yeah, can never get enough football, that's for sure.
Belmo by 2 pins, works on a spare 8th frame. Max scores in the Aussies' favor. At least for now. Great shot.
Wow, he got a handful on that shot there. See the rep rate up at the top right, 536. Simonson around 480. Belmonte left nothing in the bag with this shot.
John, may I please take
That
my
was a
second re-rack?
mittful.
Use his second and final re-rack of the match, as we talked about. Likes to take a timeout. Think things through. Big foundation frame coming up here for Belmo to go up by 12 pins. He's beaten Simonson 4 straight times on TV, including the title match of the 2022 Scorpion Championship, last year's World Series of Bowling in this building.
Big shot here for Belmonte.
Drop in lead. Oh, yeah. Wow. What a shot for Belmo. Tattoos the pocket.
See that concentration there. Those eyes never leave the target.
Simonson needs an answer.
Yeah, he's got to keep the pressure on. No matter what, though, he can't shut out Belmonte. Take a look at the max scores right there. Simonson knows exactly what he has to do, and I think so do we. He has to strike out and put the pressure on Belmonte.
Rematch the 2020 World Championship in Vegas, won by Belmo, 213-190 at South Point.
Ball change on the left lane for Simonson. He's going to go with the same ball he's using on the right. He's going to reactive resin, gutsy move. He doesn't like his ball motion on that left lane after going 10-pin, 9-pin.
Huge shot.
Oh,
double wood 2-8.
He's had to try it.
Just didn't recover like he thought it would.
Covers has the mark, but still down 12 pins into the 10th frame.
Well, if he strikes here, Belmonte will need a mark, any kind of mark in the 10th. He'll bowl for the title. Yep. Oh, Anthony's like, man, if I could just have one back. Got to ace this, man. Anything can happen with that urethane ball. The front part of the lane hooking, oil moving down the lane.
Get ready for the boom call. A mark for the win. There's a strike. There's the boom.
That was like
there's a win.
That was like a sonic boom.
5 straight wins on TV for Belmonte over the sensational Anthony Simonson. And Belmo moves on. Guess what? The two titans of the game are about to go head-to-head. EJ Tackett, the top seed. And Belmo again. Rematch the TOC, won by Belmonte, who's locked in.
Again, testing the waters. That was reactive. Match was locked.
Around it, there's that spot.
Whatever it's worth.
I appreciate it, mate.
Little intel from two fellow staffers that are on the same team from a manufacturer standpoint, but not when they're on the lanes together. That was pretty classy of Anthony to give him his idea of what that left lane is doing, as Belmonte, again with reactive, coming back for the title match. Will Belmonte use reactive resin? Will he stay in the urethane?
You know, if you ever need anything, all right? You know that.
for Belmo. 234 game against Tahvanainen. 223 against Butturff. And 236 against Simonsen. Next, the championship match. Tackett, Belmonte. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. By Guaranteed Rate. Want to move fast? With same-day mortgage, you can go from application to approval in as fast as 1 day to get you closing on the home of your dreams in just 10 days. Learn more at rate.com. And by Bowlero, the #1 place to bowl. Party and play with over 325 locations nationwide. Head to Bowlero.com today to find a center near you. The Pabst Mansion, built in 1892 for Captain Frederick Pabst, the founder of Pabst Brewing Company. 1975, placed on the National Register of Historic Places. Now, recap the World Series of Bowling. USA versus the World. It was all World 12-2. Cheetah Championship. EJ Tackett knocked off BJ Moore. 259-178 for his 4th title of the year. Scorpion Championship. Wild finish here. Tackett had a chance. Butturff on the bench in the end as EJ left that 10-pin, and Butturff, his first win in 4 years. Emotional for Jakob. Then the Shark Championship. Speaking of emotion, Matt Ogle and Sam Cooley in the end. First career singles title for Ogle. 204-191, leading us, Randy, to the championship match. A dream matchup. 2 titans of the game, Tackett, Belmonte.
Yeah, I mean, this is what everybody's been waiting for, what everyone looks forward to on a weekly basis. We have it here for a major championship. EJ Tackett versus Jason Belmonte.
What a way to wrap up the 14th World Series of Bowling. It's going to be tremendous. Kimberly, joined by EJ.
It's going to be tremendous indeed. Thank you, Dave. So, EJ, the last time we saw you and Belmo go head-to-head was at the TOC this year. He walked away the victor that time. What needs to happen for you to walk away the victor today?
I'm going to have to throw a lot of strikes. Obviously, Jason's now got 3 games on the pair. He knows exactly what it's doing. I'm going to have to use my practice shots wisely and try to go out there and find something and execute.
Well, I saw you watching some of the matches earlier. Did you learn anything from that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of good information with Strike Track and being able to watch the guys. Obviously, there was a lot of urethane that went down the lane, so hopefully I can use that as an advantage for me. So we'll see what happens.
Well, you already have a win under your belt with the Cheetah Championship this week, so good luck to you. Let's see if that momentum continues.
Thank you.
Hey, Kimberly, thanks so much. So, Randy, just amazing year for EJ. 3rd time he's been a top seed in a major.
Yeah.
He's 1-1 so far. Trying to go 2-1 here today. Won't be easy.
Yeah, I mean, and 3 wins already this season as well, right? I mean, throw another win here today. He's going to take a boatload of money home from this year's World Series of Bowling, and he will really have a stranglehold on the Player of the Year race.
What a matchup coming up here on Fox. It's Tackett, it's Belmonte, as we see the odds provided by Fox Bet for entertainment purposes only. The favorite is EJ Tackett, the top seed. Title match is on the way from just outside Milwaukee.
The finale in Milwaukee carries a different kind of weight. The 4th major of the season. A title that has made careers and cemented legacies. Who's going to finish the World Series of Bowling in style?
Back-to-back opening jacks.
The PBA World Championship Final starts now on Fox.
Packed house. Ready. Championship match. 14th World Series of Bowling. The World Championship, and what a matchup we've got between 2 huge PBA superstars. EJ Tackett, top seed. Belmo goes for his 16th career major.
Tackett, the #1 seed, gets choice of starting lane, going with Venom Shock to lead things off in the title match.
Good stance.
And just to clarify, EJ had 3 titles coming into the World Series of Bowling. He did win the Cheetah 4 for the year. Looking for number 5 in his second major championship of 2023.
Too big, got that. He told us pre-match has been a great World Series. I mean, he has been a busy guy. Did some great work in match play to get to that top seed. Just got to win one, but who's he got to beat? This guy. Just the all-time majors king in the sport's history. Belmo. Flat 10.
And no ball change for Belmonte in the title match. He's staying with the urethane, the pitch black. He did move a little bit right on that shot from the last game. Again, we saw him do both. We saw him go straight and faster and then move in and try to kind of shape that urethane ball a little bit more.
10-pin has the mark. Let's check out our tail of tape here, Randy. 2 superstars.
Incredible. Both have carved their way into the PBA Hall of Fame down the road. 15 majors. Wow. I think he's just one shy of Tiger Woods. I think Tiger has 16. Lofting, piping
with success, Randy. Wow. Those pins had no chance.
Went with a little air time on this shot to get it through the front part of the lane so that he could stay on top of the pattern and pipe it into the 1-3 pocket.
First strike early going. Arsenal for EJ.
Stupid 7-pin.
Avoids the dreaded 7-10 split, which has only been made on TV 4 times in PBA Tour history. 7, got the mark. EJ's win, ran in the Cheetah Championship, made him the second youngest player to win 20 career titles. The youngest, Pete Weber. They won their 20th titles 30 years apart to the day. How about that?
Yeah, it was only,
great note.
I think EJ missed it by like 14 days.
Amazing.
What a career he's had.
14 days, exactly 2 weeks younger. Amazing.
Right?
Yeah. Wow. Lock for the Hall of Fame, of course, with his stats. Just needs the years. EJ, that looks better.
Nothing better than crumbling the bucket. As EJ looks over at strike track on the monitor to the right of the championship pair. But complete dominance for EJ Tackett here at the World Series of Bowling in Milwaukee. Hey, and how about a big shout out to the fans here? Incredible.
They've
all
been
week long.
Awesome all week, Randy. I mean, a packed house every time. Saw the matchup head to head. That comes in a touch high though, and 4-7 up for Belmo.
Loft and early hook with the loft. Not a good combination. Purpose for lofting the ball is so it doesn't hook early, and that one did.
31 wins. That is 7th all-time in PBA Tour history. The 15 majors, by far the most. Ball number 16 today. Late great Earl Anthony and Pete Weber tied with 10 majors each, second place all-time. Mark Roth, the legend, is next on the all-time tour title list with 34, 6th all-time. Belmont could get his 32nd today. frame. He liked it.
Can he run the ladder once again? Remember, he did it at the Tournament of Champions. Went from 6th to 1st. This time looking to go 4th to 1st. And can he do it with that urethane bowling ball?
Tackett, quest for his 4th major. Got it.
And can he do it against that guy right there, EJ Tackett?
Wife Natalie's here. Family well represented. Ted's there, Dad on the right. Have had some very memorable celebrations when EJ wins, including this year at the US Open. Got that green jacket. Top seed, Stepladder finals this year, 7-4. At least it's over 500, and EJ himself 2-1. 1-1 in this event. Tackett.
Oh,
no. None coming on the 10-pin.
Terrible break. Boy, the head pin looked confused as it came across looking for the 10-pin. Tackett perfect, 100% on the 10-pin, and he remains so.
80 for 80, that's just extraordinary. We are bringing you coverage of this championship match uninterrupted here on Fox.
$15 majors.
Wow. Fifth frame for the lead with lofts. Strikes. Oh, baby, what a shot.
Double for Belmonte and lead change. Jason leads by 2 pins. 6th frame.
Love the sign.
Yeah, and Belmonte loved this shot. Right over second arrow with loft. The 2-1 left adjustment on that lane for Belmonte. 2 boards with the feet, 1 with the target.
Asks tournament director John Weber for a re-rack, has 1 remaining. Championship match. Strike breakdown so far. For the Turkey in a 12-pin lead. You bet.
Look at that. Blue line, red line on top of one another. He laced that shot. Break point 7.0, 7.0, and 1/10 of an inch difference at the arrows.
Wow.
Pretty accurate. What do you think, Dave?
Extraordinary shot making. Tackett responds. Strip 10-pin. Has tied his career high with 4 titles. There's still an outside chance. Wins today with 5 that he could catch the all-time record. Mark Roth with 8. 1978 in a single season.
Well, this 43-foot Earl Anthony oil pattern, named after Earl, rightfully so, the winner of this event 6 times. And this pattern's holding up nicely for the players today. Belmonte still in the urethane. EJ Tackett just inching a board left with target and feet on that last shot.
Seventh frame to cut it to 2. Wow. On the money. Shrapnel remains in the back of the pit. What a shot from Tackett. 2-pin match. Talked about Earl Anthony a moment ago. All-time wins in this event. How about that? 6 times for the late, great Earl Anthony. Belmont goes for his 4th here today. sometimes get a little lucky. He's got the 4-bagger and a 12-pin lead.
Yeah, 2 in at the arrows and the break point. He didn't like it. You heard him kind of groan after that ball left his hand, but the results,
Can I please take my second re-rack?
exactly what you're looking for. 4 in a row now for Belmonte. Another strike in the 8th frame. He'll increase his lead to 22.
Use his second re-rack. 1 U.S. Open, 3 players, 4 Masters, 4 Tournament of Champions titles, and 3 Worlds to make up the 15 majors so far for the extraordinary Jason Belmonte. Looks for the 5-bagger. 22-pin lead.
Oh my goodness!
Trip 4-pin, down it goes. The lead increases. A huge strike for Belmo.
It's a major championship, and this is a major break for Jason Belmonte. Working on 4 in a row, goes high and gets the trip 4 to go late.
Incredible. Tackett, 8th frame, becomes a lead. Does that, responds beautifully. It's down to 12 into the foundation frame.
EJ Tackett now setting up his 10th frame right here in the 9th. In his mind, it's a must-strike situation. He's going to take a re-rack. Both players now out of re-racks. And this is where major championships are won, right here in the 9th and 10th frame.
What a finish. We're leading up to here in Wauwatosa. EJ tied 13th all-time, the 20 titles. Tommy Jones, Amleto Monticelli, Dick Rickert, Wayne Webb, all Hall of Famers. EJ is bound for the Hall of Fame as well. 9th frame, cut the lead again. 10 down late. Big strike, 2-pin match.
What a great shot, a great touch here by EJ Tackett. When he needed it most, he got the love tap on the 10-pin. Watch this, 6-pin, second to the right. Just enough to get rid of the 10-pin and keep him in this title match for a major.
We have a Pabst 6-pack alert. If Belmo strikes here, he'll win $1,000, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon, right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please remember to drink responsibly. Belmo wants it. The tie. 3-6-10 up. Big miss.
And that's my concern with the urethane bowling ball after so many games is sometimes it gets unpredictable, especially in the front part of the lane. That ball again on that right lane hooked early for Jason Belmonte.
Covers, but now he trails.
Happened to him in the 3rd frame. Same lane. He made the adjustment, and it held up for 2 shots. Max scores now 258 Tackett, 247 Belmonte. To have any chance, Belmonte must strike out here in the 10th frame.
All title matches head-to-head with EJ in the majors. But right now, EJ's in the driver's seat. Belmo. Trip 4-pin, big strike. Wants to put the pressure on Tackett.
That ball checked again in the front part of the lane, and another huge break on the left lane. Back-to-back trip 4s for Belmonte.
What a battle between 2 of the sport's best.
That was pretty good there. I was afraid he was going to move in and then leave a weak 10 off of those strip 4 pins on that lane, but he absolutely aces this shot. Now the fill shot, very important. If Jason strikes on this ball and EJ Tackett gets first ball strike in the 10th and 9 spare, we have a tie.
Massive shot. Belmo. Delivers! Big break, Belmonte.
Huge break. EJ Tackett needs 2 in the 10th.
Two strikes to win it. EJ told us this is why we bowl. Moments like this. Well, here it is. Gotta have it. Tackett gets one.
It doesn't get any bigger in our sport, folks, than this right here. Two of the greatest in the world going at it head-to-head for a major title. EJ Tackett 1 strike away.
And we have a Pabst 6-pack alert. A few strikes here, $1,000, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon, right here in Milwaukee. Please remember to drink responsibly. It comes down to one shot for a major championship for Tackett. His second major of the year. The satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. Tackett,
Thank you, man. That was epic.
A champion in Wauwatosa. Fifth title of the year. 2 majors. EJ Tackett. Incredible.
What a performance by that man. Taking down the best in the world. And he's all but wrapped up Player of the Year honors with his shot.
EJ, finally you did it. You took down Jason Belmonte. You told us at the top of the show that you needed to strike a lot to make that happen. Walk us through those last frames.
I don't even know what to say.
I'd be speechless too.
It's nerve-wracking. I've had so little success against Jason over the years, and to put myself in a position to have a chance and get it done, it feels amazing. Jason's obviously the greatest competitor out here. He's arguably the greatest of all time. I expected him. Honestly, I didn't even expect to have a chance, because I thought he was gonna, put me away. He made one mistake, and sometimes that's all it takes out here. I've had my fair share of them as well, so this feels really good to have the opportunity and have to get up and double against in the 10th against one of the greatest of all time and get it done. It's what dreams are made of.
Well, you capitalized on a mistake, and that's what champions do. But you have been absolutely red hot this season. You won 5 titles already, so you're leading the Player of the Year right now. Thoughts on that?
We still have another major to bowl, so I'm gonna enjoy this week off I'm gonna have. Be at home with Natalie and the dogs. My little Bindi I haven't seen in 2 months. So it'd be nice to see everybody back home and get ready to bowl that major out in New Jersey.
Congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
21 career titles and 4 majors now. He was referring to the PBA Players Championship presented by Snickers. Saturday, May 6th, Sunday, May 7th, the opening rounds on FS1, also streaming on the Fox Sports app. What a day for EJ Tackett, celebrates with Daddy. Our coverage of the Guaranteed Rate PBA Tour continues Saturday the 6th of May and the 7th on FS1. Final major of the year, the PBA Players Championship presented by Snickers from Bowlero in North Brunswick, New Jersey. Coming up next here on Fox, NASCAR Race Day, Talladega. Now for Randy Peterson, Kimberly Preston, and the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long for a final time for the 14th World Series of Bowling. EJ Tackett wins. You've been watching the PBA on Fox.